Once we get all our filled panels in, we're going to go ahead and come back and measure our valleys. So we're going to measure a top measurement and a bottom measurement. And we're going to go ahead and find our profile, not the edge of the panel, but the profile of the panel is where we'll measure from. So we'll come in, we'll measure our bottom into our two-piece, and then measure our top as well. Once we get those measurements, go ahead and write those down. Make a list from eave to ridge with the two measurements, and then we'll continue up the roof, measuring each panel as we go, and then writing those down on our lists. We're cutting our valleys for our two-piece valley. Go ahead and take our list that we have our measurements on from the roof. Find that profile, measure from the back shelf and the front shelf. Mark our bottom, mark our top, come back with our straight line. We'll take it to the cutter. And remember, we need to dog ear our top on our valley cuts. We can do that as well. Reform the bottom and the back shelf. Then we'll come back and put that in our pile. And that pile will be in order from eave to ridge. We'll hand it up ready to install. Alright, once we get our pile, after cutting our panels, go ahead and bring that up to the roof, and they're going to be in order from eave to ridge. Then we can just start installing these panels. We're going to tuck those into our two-piece valley, and then we can start fastening as normal. Bottom row will go down through the top, and we'll also get one in our top rows close to the valley. And we can also get our fasteners in our side lap here as well. And we'll go ahead and get the next panel from our pile. Getting them in our side laps as well, and the tops of the panel. Always get one as close to that valley pan as possible. Make sure we don't put any panel fasteners over our valley pan. If we need to stitch these together, we'll go ahead and get our 3/4 inch stitch screw. We can stitch those together. That way we do not put any holes in our valley pan. And then just make sure that all the panels, we dog ear our top row. And just keep installing those until we finish up to the ridge. Alright, once we get all our panels on, we're going to go ahead and take the ice and water, butyl tape, some kind of sealing tape to seal my joint on my two-piece. We'll place that one down. And then we're going to come back with our valley cover. You can choose to put a fold down if you want. If you do a fold down, just make sure we're not cutting off our water exit. Overhang it a little bit so that water's got somewhere to get out. Now it's just going to be centered over that two-piece valley. And then we'll come back with our 3/4 inch stitch screw. And we're going to go ahead and place that and stitch that to the two-piece. Then we're going to go ahead and do each row of panels. And continue that up the roof.